last of a dying breed of composers, doing what we can to maintain our composure. Not an easy task with the world on our shoulders, but we march forward, we're just good soldiers. In the trenches that we are writing ballads, blood, sweat, tears, raw adrenaline and talents. Yeah, it's tricky, but somehow we find a balance. Better that our hands, then our hearts become callous. The music of the spheres brings the soul to tears, as the sound waves wash away the worst of fears and drown out the bitterness of wasted years. Now what remains is a picture so vivid and clear that you can't help but stop for a minute and appraise it. Those who went before us set the bar, but we'll raise it. Worth its weight in gold, but since we have yet to weigh it, then for now your attention can be a down payment. Canvas primed, that's what your mind is. Be careful who and what you decide will design it. Television, I call it teleblindness, painting lines on the insides of the iris. A modern malady distorting what's reality, a breeding ground for birth and falsehood and fallacy. But the real tragedy is people living passively, mistaking happiness for a white-collar salary. So please, don't let the biggest distract you, but rather allow true value to impact you. It's high time you open your eyes up. In fact, you may find you've been walking through this life quite blindly. If that's the case, then my advice is quite timely. The most important things in life can seem so tiny. See, perfect harmony is of unanimous vote, for the chord is only as beautiful as its notes. The time, who's got the time?